Hi, this is Ha. It's been a long time. So welcome to Haven for Healing, July version. I think the last time I was speaking to my phone, on the topic of mental health was in June, I guess. When I started this, I wanted to do it in a more frequent paces, and also when I started this I was not in a good position, so I feel the fact of having a space like this, keep sharing my truth, sharing my thoughts, my feeling, in a sense of not being judged, and I just can share whatever I feel like in my heart with the camera. Really helped. And then the good thing is I slowly on the way, on the track of getting better. So I can tell now it's July, the 25th of July, and wow, it's the end of July and it's almost August. And I am actually in a very good mental state. Lots of things happened since my recent depression episode. I got better, and now I can say I am in a very good position. And yeah, I'm sharing. So I am currently in Hanoi. We are entering day 2 of the very strict lockdown from the recent outbreak. This is the 4th surge of this, crazy, phase of COVID-19. It's been, wow, almost 2 years now, and still stays and remains a pandemic, a global pandemic, which now a new Delta variant, which is becoming really complicated. And so Vietnam, throughout the past 1.5 years ish, has been done a great job of containing and keeping things under control, but it looks like the story is not the same anymore. So yeah, again, just want to have a few moments to reflect. Nothing is impermanent, everything keeps changing. All the good things might turn bad things, and bad things at the same time might turn good things. We never know. Life, it keeps changing. Anyway, why am I here today? Okay, focus. Yeah, even though I am, when I said I am in a good place, at the same time I feel like there is a surge in my energy. Before, I wasn't really aware of this. I didn't really pay attention when I feel bubbly, when I feel happy. Yeah, I just keep it there. But now, since I have found out I have bipolar disorder, I need to check in with myself more often, especially this time when I feel like an increase in my energy. I feel really happy all the time. I feel so special by myself. I have a lot of energy doing things, and actually I started to roll my sleeves and started doing so many things, which is good. And I feel like I could channel my energy doing some creative stuff. Again, it feels great, but at the same time I don't want to overload and overwhelm myself, because I might step into a phase of hypomaniac. And now I know that, I know how to call it by its true name. So yeah, things been great, but at the same time I'm really grateful for my friends that they check in on me often. And also one best friend, she has observed that there is a surge in my energy. I've been, more talkative than usual, and I also, just like kind of my energy is a bit much. And she was afraid to ask me, but then I'm glad she asked. And then I also told her, you know what, I'm so happy that you checked in with me. And I also asked her that please do, keep checking on me, and keep checking in on me. So it's great to, to ask for help. I wasn't really good at it, but slowly I'm a practitioner, so slowly I'm not perfect yet, but slowly I'm practicing asking for help. And I think it's such a kind of empowering and powerful, act to do, and it's actually easier than I thought. So focus. So today, the reason I want to talk to my camera is I just did just spent an hour being an active listener on the site called 7 Cups of Tea. I wanna review the site today. So I first heard of it, I think last December, when I realized that, oh wow, I needed help, but there was no help. I couldn't really, confide or share or talk to a trusted friend or family member because I was so ashamed. And then again, there is no such thing as a support group in Vietnam. And just the feeling of being ashamed, I couldn't really it's actually I didn't have any kind of resources around me. Vietnam at that time, there was no depression or mental health helpline that I could contact. But the good thing is, in the past 7 months now, Hanoi now has a kind of depression helpline that people could call, and there are active listeners at the same time, trained mental health first aid provider at the end of the line that could support. The line is called Ngày, which means tomorrow. There is a story, very good story about it, the name, where it came from, but I'm not talking about it today, but I'll definitely put it in the description box if anyone care enough. Anyway, so 7 Cups, back to 7 Cups. So so I was online, that's what I did when I felt lost and didn't have anything to do. And apart from having the support from the mental health bot, I think is a bot, and Visa, I found them to really helpful. I reviewed them in another video, not talking about it today. And I came across 7 Cups, so I signed up as an user who needs somebody to be there to listen to me. And so now reflecting, I think at that time, actually my very first few experiences with 7 Cups, so the listeners, they are like volunteer, and they are like they are also trained, but it just really pretty much when being a listener, you are not trained to give advice, you are not trained to handling crisis, but you are trained to be there for the people who are in need of an ear. You are trained to to validate feelings or what's going on in the person who needs help. and also you are trained in ranges of topics like how to speak to a person who is experiencing depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, ADHD, breakup, family issues, and literally there's so many topics that an active listener can be trained to be a better listener. So yeah, actually now I don't quite remember how the site helped me, but then after that I ended up signing up myself to be the listener for 7 Cups. And yeah, and I remember, so actually I am the type of person that I always love to help people. So back to December, I was not in a good mental state, stuck in the very deep depression phase. And so for some reason I just felt like, wow, I wanted to be there for somebody. I wanted to help, so I just signed up to be a listener. At that time I couldn't leave my room, but then at least I felt like by being a listener and having my own experience with like bipolar disorder and depression over the past 7 years, I could hopefully help somebody out there who is like me and who may need help. So I did, and it's just amazing. I think somebody I think it's somebody or some people said that when you are not in a good mental state, you should focus on self-care. You should focus on helping yourself first before you go out there and helping other people. But at the same time, I might disagree with that saying. Yeah, I agree partly, but in terms of myself, my own story, I feel like my self-care is also when I help somebody, when I feel I could be the help, I could be of useful, I feel better. So I'm really glad that at that time, even though I was not in a good mental state, and I signed up for the site and I become a listener, and now I am also a helper. So yeah, so let me just quickly read out my profile. But then the thing is, with 7 Cups, everything have to remain confidential. We're not allowed to reveal our identity, so obviously I won't say anything in too detailed that would break the forum policy. But then it's such a great website, and I know there are so many wonderful listeners there, and I think for people who could speak English or any languages that are available in the site, it might be a great tool if you are in a position of needing somebody to just listen to your feelings and your difficulties. So yeah, so since the 26th of December 2020, I have helped 16 people. I have had 50 chats. I have had 3,753 cheers from the members that I supported. And also here are a few testimonials or feedback and reviews from from the people I supported. They say, let's see, a very good listener, thank you. Wonderful listener, they really care about you. Very good at empathizing and a good listener too. Very understanding and helpful. Treat yourself like a friend, blah blah blah. Oh my god. So yeah, so it's been great doing something from your own house. And so also, you know, my of course I'm not putting my real name on the site. And what inspired my my listener name, of course I'm not going to reveal what it is, but it reminds me, you know, whenever I think of kindness, whenever I think of compassion, and whenever I think of the world, you know, in a how to make the world a better place. And I often think of my friend Joe, Joe Hotaway. I think the world really needs more Joe in this world. And so yeah, I think Joe is actually also, he volunteers for a mental health organization in the UK that offers free of charge like phone calls to help people when they are in crisis, which is called is it Samaritans? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, so yeah, so like, you know, by being a listener, a trained active listener, I feel like kind of I continue the job of Joe in some way. Like, you know, Joe is such a wonderful friend and a wonderful listener, and I learned a lot from him, not only from, you know, from his artist spirit, but also his you know, his heart, his compassion, his kindness, and yeah. And my account name is also inspired, you know, from one of his songs. Of course, I'm not going to say what the songs are, but also one funny thing is whenever we connect with one member who is in need of an ear, I always introduce myself as like, hello, my name is Joe. I am a trained active listener from 7 Cups, blah blah blah. How can I help you today? Yeah, I don't know, I just feel like when if I'm, you know, sparing a few moments of my life, I mean of my week, you know, doing the job as a listener, as a helper, you know, when I am putting the Joe's cap on, I feel like, you know, I can tune in that kind of very compassionate heart of mine, that kind heart of mine, and also kind of that's non-judgmental, and I could do the job well. And so yeah, changing the world one chat at a time. So you know, the job of offering a listening ear and creating a non-judgmental space, I think is so much needed in daily life. And you know, throughout the 16 people I have helped over the past 7 months, I just realized that wow, there are so many people who don't have a space, a trusted space, a safe space to talk. And you know, all of our fears, our shame, our difficulties actually somewhat very universal. People from different corners of the world, they experience, you know, some sort of similarity to, you know, to my corner of the world. And you know, I think by listening to the sufferings and the difficulties of other people, at the same time I feel I become a more compassionate person, and it helps me in some way knowing that, you know, I am not alone. And yeah, and also, you know, by being there for other, it's a good reminder to for me to like how I can be there for myself. And oh my god, it's almost 20 minutes. Oh, it's much rambling. Anyway, yeah, it's almost 1 now. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, that there's a surge in energy, and lately I don't really feel like I need to sleep. I still can, you know, function really well. So that's something I need to to check in with myself. I keep a journal, need to maybe report with my GP. And anyway, I feel sleepy now and I feel good, returning to this site, this episode of Haven for Healing. Okay, bye for now, and I hope you guys are keeping well and doing okay, taking care of yourself, and have a good Sunday. And yeah, see you. When I see you, I don't know. Bye.